This Notebook LM video explores the origins and meaning of the title Queen of Heaven, from the ancient role of the Gabira, or Great Lady in Israel's monarchy, to the New Testament promise of Christ's eternal reign. The story reveals how Mary's position as mother of the king naturally fulfills this role in the heavenly court. Discover how scripture, history, and theology connect.
Today, we're digging into a theological title that's, well, it's really powerful, and for a lot of people, pretty controversial: Queen of Heaven. So where does an idea like that even begin? You might be surprised to find out that the answer isn't just about theology. It's actually rooted in the politics of an ancient kingdom. Let's get into it. Okay, let's just start with this. Wow. The idea that in the highest heaven there are 3 thrones, and the third is for the Queen Mother, right there next to the Father and the Son, that is a seriously bold claim, and it immediately makes you ask, where in the world did that idea come from? And that's the big question we're tackling. To really get it, we need to follow the threads through scripture and history. But first we have to understand what the word queen even meant back then, because as you're about to see, it wasn't just one simple thing. Right, so our first stop is to look at the royal women of the Bible. You see, the title queen wasn't some one-size-fits-all label. It actually described a whole range of women who had totally different kinds of power and influence. This table kind of breaks it down for us. You had your queen consort, that's the king's wife. Think of someone like Jezebel. Then you could have queen regnant, a woman who was the sovereign ruler herself, like Athaliah. But the one you really need to pay attention to is that second one, the Queen Mother, the Gabira. That's the one that's going to be super important for our story. And just look at the massive difference a queen could make. On one hand, you've got Esther. She uses her position with unbelievable bravery and ends up saving her entire people. But then, on the complete other end of the spectrum, you have Jezebel, whose name is basically a synonym for evil because of how she used her power to corrupt everything. So clearly, a queen's influence could literally change the course of history. Okay, so we've seen that queen can mean a lot of different things in the Bible. But out of all those roles, there's one that really stands out. It's the key to this whole investigation. So let's zoom in now on the very unique power of the Queen Mother. The specific Hebrew term for this is Gabira, which means Great Lady. Now, this is the crucial part. This wasn't just, a sweet nickname for the king's mom. In the kingdom of David and all his descendants, this was a formal, official position in the government. It came with real, recognized authority. And if you want to see the best example of the Gabira's power in action, you have to look at this one key scene. It's in the court of King Solomon with his mother Bathsheba. This single moment really sets the stage for what this powerful office was all about. Just look at the protocol here. It's incredible. When his mother Bathsheba comes in, King Solomon doesn't just give her a nod. No, he stands up, he bows to her, and then he has a throne brought and placed at his right hand, which is the absolute highest position of honor. This isn't just a son being polite. This is a king publicly recognizing the official status and the power of the Queen Mother to intercede for the people. All right, now we're going to make the jump. We've set up this really powerful Old Testament office of the Queen Mother. So, how does this ancient royal role get connected all the way to Mary, the mother of Jesus? Well, this is where the theology really kicks in. The whole foundation for this idea is laid right here in the Gospel of Luke. The angel Gabriel explicitly tells Mary that her son, Jesus, is going to be given the throne of his ancestor David, and, super importantly, that his kingdom will never end. He's being set up as the ultimate eternal Davidic king. So the theological argument unfolds with this kind of step-by-step logic. It goes like this. 1, if Jesus is the forever king from David's line, and 2, if the mother of the Davidic king always holds the official office of Queen Mother, the Gabira, then 3, the conclusion they draw is that Mary, as the mother of Jesus, must fulfill that exact role in his heavenly kingdom. But wait, there's more. The argument doesn't just hang on that Old Testament connection. Theologians also point to this incredibly powerful vision in the Bible's final book, Revelation, as another piece of the puzzle supporting Mary's heavenly queenship. Listen to this imagery. A woman in heaven, clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, and wearing a crown of 12 stars. For many theologians, this is a clear picture of Mary in her role as Queen of Heaven. That crown is seen as the ultimate symbol of her royal dignity and honor in her son's eternal kingdom. So let's pull all these threads together now. We started with this really startling claim about a throne in heaven, and we've traced the logic all the way back through the ancient monarchy of Israel and then forward into the New Testament. Okay, so this is really important to be clear about. The phrase Queen of Heaven is never directly used for Mary anywhere in the Bible. You can't just flip to a chapter and verse and find that title given to her. It's not there. What it is instead is a theological title. It's a role that's been derived from a biblical model, that powerful office of the Gabira, the Queen Mother. And it's applied to Mary because she is the mother of the final and everlasting king from David's royal line. And this whole thing leaves us with the really fascinating question to think about, right? It just goes to show how these ancient roles, these archetypes, like the Gabira, don't always stay in the past. They can echo down through thousands of years to shape beliefs that are very real, very powerful, and sometimes very controversial, even today.